when you prepare for UPSC, it doesn't really matter what you were doing before, whether you were a good student or a bad student, or you were in modeling, or you were in medical, you were in engineering. All you need for UPSC is a lot of determination, consistency, discipline, and proper planning. So if you do hard and smart work both together, you can very easily clear this exam. So it's not about what you were, it's about what you become when you start preparing for this exam. Well, to answer your first question, I don't think there's any human being who is satisfied with whatever they get. You always aim for higher and higher ranks and whatever you want to achieve. But definitely, your second question, that was I expecting it? I was expecting nothing. UPSC is one exam where there is so much of unpredictability. You cannot say that if your name is going to come on the list or not, and if it's going to come, which rank. So I think I'm just happy with whatever I've got. I'm content. The aim is always to strive for more and more, but at the same time, I think somewhere you have to stop and appreciate what you've got. Well, I follow the 10 plus 8 plus 6 strategy. So I used to study for 10 hours, sleep for 8, and then 6 hours for doing anything and everything that I wanted to do apart from the preparation. So I felt that this balance really helped me to maintain my consistency throughout the examination process. For all the UPSC aspirants who are watching me right now, I would like to say that when you start preparing for this exam, please make a detailed plan of how you're going to go about it. Understand your capabilities, your capacity, and accordingly plan for the entire year. You can have a bit of flexibility, but at the same time, you should have a detailed strategy as to how you're going to go about for each and every topic. So that would be my first piece of advice for anybody who's starting to prepare right now. I think if you want to develop a nation, you start with the women. So women empowerment and education would be the two sectors in which I would like to contribute given a chance. It still depends on which service I get, but whatever service I get, I would like to contribute to these two causes because they're the closest to my heart. Well, this was just my first attempt. So if I did not get a rank, or if my name was not there in the list, I would have still picked up my books the very next day and started all over again. So for me, this is it. This is where I wanted to be, and I would have not given up till the time I reach my goal. Well, I think you always have two choices: to either do what you love or to love what you do. And I think somewhere you have to find a balance between the two. So for me, modeling was a hobby, civil services was my passion, it was my career goal, and I tried to do both of them. And now that I've got into the civil services, I'm still a civil servant in the making. My entire focus would be to do the best job I can do. So I think between the passion and the hobby, it's the right balance that you have to maintain. So if you can follow your passion, good enough. But at the same time, you can always find the time to pursue your hobbies. So there is no mutually exhaustive options here. You can pursue everything provided you find the right balance. Well, Miss India was my mother's dream. She wanted to send her daughter for the contest. She named me Aishwarya after Aishwarya Rai, so it was a natural decision for me to participate at some point of time. It so happened that I participated in the second year of my college, because it was a step-by-step process. I first won the Delhi Times Fresh Face. The Miss India people, they liked me when I went for the Bombay workshop. From there, I prepared for the contest, took part, and I reached the top 21. And after that, I came back, life as usual, but then I started getting the modeling offers, so I took those opportunities. So I think life has its own twists and turns, and you just have to ride with the tide and enjoy whatever is coming your way. Well, no, not at all. When I left modeling, it was a total goodbye for me, because I knew that after my graduation I would be pursuing my ultimate dream of becoming a civil servant. So any hobby is always meant for free time, and I don't think I have any free time right now. I have to undergo my training, I have to do the best job in my service, I have to serve my nation. So I think modeling has taken a back seat for years to come.